Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of recap of Divorce Sistas with my girl Kiwan. We are so excited to chat with y'all tonight. Happy Thursday. How are you?
Thursday. It is Thursday. Oh my God.
You forgot it was Thursday.
Listen, it's been one of them weeks.
The week is flying by for real.
It is. I was like, then, I told you I was on PTO yesterday, so it
Oh.
just kind of threw me off. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, we made it.
Yes, we did.
Praise the
So
Lord.
last week, we can start from last week because that left everybody in the chokehold for Divorce Sistas, the ending. Last week, we just and then oh, I'm sorry. And then we can kind of come to the beginning of this episode. So
Okay.
I got my notes. So do you want to start? Or you want me to start?
You can start. Take the floor.
Okay, so last week the bombshell dropped because Rashida was in the car all week. As I said, y'all can go look at that last week episode. I was so confused while she was in the car, child. I said, baby, ain't no way I'm going to be in the car. But she was in the car. Jefferson, of course, Pastor Jefferson went to confront her. And long story short, she was upset he didn't open up the door. His phone started ringing. She grabbed it. And Myron said, hey, baby, are you in the car? And was like, something. And it ended. So that was the ending. Bring it up to speed. This episode, it opened with him talking like on the phone, and Pastor Jefferson's over here like, oh, my wife can hear everything you're saying. What are you trying to say? And then he tried to say, oh, I'm sorry. I butt dialed you. Da, da, da. I thought it was my wife or something like that. So we can start right there. You tell me your thoughts on how you feel about that.
Ooh, I felt like that was a code for shut your damn mouth. Like, my wife right here. But
Yes.
I my opinion still kind of remains the same, that I think this is a one-sided thing. I think that she like Pastor Jeff, but Pastor Jeff don't like him like that. I kind of think that he didn't just put money in the collection plate. He did some extra stuff for Pastor Jeff. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I think. But I just think that he don't don't like Myron like that, but he know that Myron have a thing for him in the way Myron caters to him and
Yeah.
kind of coddle him and
Mm-hmm.
nurture him. It's like he's trying to be Rashida, and I'm just like, Myron, you have a Denise.
So my thing is, I think that he was definitely trying to cover it up because he's like, Rashida can hear everything you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, why do you keep announcing that? Like she's on speakerphone and stuff like that. And so I was like, no, they might have something going on. Because of that, they might like it. But to your point of like him coddling him and stuff like that, you know how people they like worship and praise the pastor, like they want to be on their good side, they want to do everything. So the only reason why I don't think that they're having like an affair or something like that is because when Rashida went in the house, whatever, when he like called him back, he's like, oh, I thought it was a butt dial, whatever, or I thought it was my wife, but the last person you called was the pastor, which is interesting. But sometimes like people get caught up like, I don't know if he wants to be a pastor, I don't know what he wants. And so maybe he's trying to like, show like I'll do anything for you, because he's like, do you want me to come to the hospital? He's like, no, you can meet me at the church. Do you want me to do this? Okay, yes. And then like when he gets to church, like I told him you were busy. So it's like, I don't know what he wants to protect him from. Or I don't know like if he wants to just be on his good side so bad because he wants to be a
Mm-hmm.
pastor or something like that. So I don't necessarily know about that. But Rashida asked him about like, oh, do you love me? Da, 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 or do you like Myron? And he was like, no. And their conversation didn't give like, I like you. It kind of gave like Myron was more interested in him. But I could like those could be my two options
Mm-hmm.
of why I feel like I don't know, maybe they have something going on, but then maybe Myron is just like being a butt kisser in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Myron liked him, but I also think that I thought that they had something going on, and then he was trying to cover it up. But then before Pastor Jeff kind of got in the car, Myron was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," stuttering, like, I'm sorry," and he was like, "I really thought I butt dialed you," and so Pastor Jeff was like, "I believe you," and I'm like, Tyler Perry, why are you trying to confuse us? Okay.
Yes, it's the curveballs. That's what I'm saying. He's like, I believe you, but then it's like you that. Oh, I thought I called. I thought I read out. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, hey, baby, are you in the car?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that when they went to the scene of Myron in the house, I thought his wife was going to be in there, and if his wife was going to be in there, I was like, oh, this is
And
a lie.
mm-hmm,
But his wife
mm-hmm,
wasn't in the house, so I was like, okay,
mm-hmm. We gotta keep
so
watching.
yeah,
He's
so
trying to grab us. He
grab us
putting
and
us
then
putting us
make
in a
along.
chokehold.
It
Okay.
was going. It was. I need the drama to boom, boom, boom. I needed to keep it going. Don't get us in there third episode and then it take forever. No, thank you.
That doggone Tyler Perry.
Oh, so then the car scene with Tiffany. Do you believe Tiffany should have told Pastor Jefferson? Should I pull her up?
Um, I she didn't want to tell him, but they have the one thing I don't like about some of these scenes is I call it the Tyler Perry banter, like the back and forward banter. I don't like that. I just like the storyline to move,
Go
like
forward.
move the storyline, right? But I don't think it was nothing wrong with sharing that with him because we know Rashida is like a vote, and you're not going to share this with him, but she didn't want to tell him. I I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded if we would have been like, okay, this is her story, just so you can know, because it's something about Tiffany that he's comfortable with.
Well, Tiffany called
Just being
her.
softer with her.
Oh, I was saying, well, Tiffany called him.
Yeah, when Tiffany called him, when she told Tiffany about the situation, I mean, when Tiffany told Pastor Jeff about the situation, it I don't know, it was just something about what I did see. It was something about Pastor Jeff, like having a softer side and just being soft with Tiffany. However, as far as Tiffany telling him, I didn't mind that because we know Rashida was not ever going to tell him ever.
But that's why I'm trying to think. So when I even talking about this, I'm thinking of friendship, and it's like, you're loyal to your friend, but you're going to tell her husband about something traumatic that happened to her. I don't
He
know.
should have told him, but
Yes,
Rashida should have told him because if I could, granted, I may open the door for you at every turn. But the one time, even when I'm mad, I'm not thinking about opening the door for you because right now I'm a little peed off right now. Like I'm aggravated. So in my blind, when he said it's just a door, that is what he thought. It's just a door. I can't. I can keep opening the
and it
door for you,
triggered
but
her.
you have to be more concrete. Why is this so important to you? Why can't you tell me, the meaning behind the significance of the door? Like,
I think
I just,
I think I disagree with that part only because, well, Tiffany's like that was a trick to her. That was a trick to her.
yeah.
That was a trigger to her that you didn't open the door for her. I don't know if she had to express her trauma in that scene to be like, you
Mm-hmm,
should have opened the door for me because this happened to me, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you're my husband at the end of the day. I went with you and you should open my door no matter if you're mad at me or if you're not mad at me. And
mm-hmm.
so
I
I
get you
don't
what you're
think
saying.
that she should have had to say why, but everybody's online talking about it. They're just like, why did that? I don't like. Why did that have to be part of the storyline? And they said they was the same.
Because it meant something.
Like, it did mention them, but I don't know if that. I don't know if that correlated with the door because she told the story and she was like they didn't close, they didn't open the door or something like that. I don't know if it kind
Oh
of.
yeah.
It's been like it had to be something different to me. But they said that sounded like Danny's story in college, so they were talking about the writers or whatever.
When she was, I don't know why I thought that was Andy that was
Oh,
That was
they
great.
Danny, because they said something at the college party, and they was like she was just out there, having fun. Like Danny just be outside basically or whatever. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I just would have been like, oh, well, she did. Tiffany did definitely tell him to ask her. But then when you were talking about the softer side, I feel like if Tiffany didn't tell him that, he wouldn't have went in. And so that's what I don't like. And that's why I was with Rashida. Like it didn't feel genuine because you was gonna drive
Right.
off
I do think so.
and do
Yeah.
whatever you wanted to do. Like you didn't
It
even care.
wasn't
You're like,
genuine.
I gotta go see you gotta go see somebody in the hospital, and literally me and you are on the crexes probably getting a divorce. And so he went in there, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then he went into talking about how he's insecure and everything like that.
I was like, are you jealous? It's
You
giving, I'm
jealous
jealous
of
of my wife.
Rashida?
Right.
I feel like that was all BS. And I was just like, if a man
Oh,
is
you
jealous,
think he was lying about
yes.
being jealous of her?
Oh, I think he was definitely lying because it's just something that he made up because he had to go in there and say something so that he wouldn't leave her. And if you see, he kept asking her, "Are you gonna leave? Are you leaving? Are you gonna be
Well,
here
yeah,
when I
he
get
did
back?"
ask.
It's like, why do you want to know if I'm gonna be here and get back? He don't want her going to go tell nobody about the Myron thing, and that's why he kept. That's why he said something. That's why she was asking about Myron. He's like,
Mm.
no, I
So
don't
do
think
you
that was
think he's messing with Myron?
no, I don't think. I don't know if he's messing with Myron, but Rashida asked him like, "Do you like Myron? Are you interested in Myron?" I think he wanted to make sure she was going to be home, so she wouldn't leave him and go tell everybody else about Myron. But I also don't. But Rashida don't tell her business, so that's the whole
Mm-mm.
other
And
conversation.
that she definitely wouldn't want that to come out. Like,
Yeah,
out of all things, I would never tell anybody that this man called my husband and called him babe, and I don't know what to think of this. So,
I
like,
would tell
oh,
somebody that though. I feel like that's why I don't really care for Rashida too much because although she's a pastor, like people have friends like this in day to day life. Like everybody tells you they business and stuff like that, but it's like even when Bridget tried to ask her like what's wrong, she tried to like do Bridget dirty, like and what's wrong with you, like girl, like you want to come up and smiling and y'all literally he left you outside of the car, he left you outside, he's literally treating you horrible, but you want to
mm-hmm.
sit there and try to talk to Bridget crazy or try to act like you're helping everybody else. I don't really like that. Cause I'm like, if your friends are confiding in you, I feel like you should be able to confide in them.
Mm-mm. She has to, because she's the first lady. I think she believes that she has to play the most stoic role in the friend group. Like she has to be the most put together in the friend group, coupled
And,
with the fact that she's the first lady.
and you can
So
be put
I
together
think.
by, oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Oh,
I was
oh,
gonna
no,
give
I'm
it
saying that's what I think. That's
yeah.
what she has
I
to
feel like
be.
you could be put together, but you have that facade
Yeah.
up there. But to hear your man say that he's insecure and like I wouldn't be with you, I have to get people to like me and stuff like that.
Like,
I was just like, this is some BS. But I feel like to your friends, you should be able to like release that. Like,
confide.
this is what this man said to me. This was, but she's so worried about Geneva talking to this one, that one. And so I'm just like, sometimes, and like with your friends, I feel like you should just be transparent and honest to me. And so that's why I just don't really kind of care for her in that sense. And then she
Mhm.
goes around trying to give Geneva marriage advice. Child, I don't want no marriage advice from Rashida. I don't want no
But
marriage advice.
that's because they think she again, she
Oh,
put up this facade that we
yes.
have it together and that we don't argue, but we
You know,
have
oh yes, because she's like,
discussions.
or was it a deep? She's like, it wasn't an argument. Well, they didn't have an
But
argument.
we
They
don't
had a.
argue.
It was a what?
Y'all almost was about to fight. What are
Literally, she was like, it was a deep discussion. That's what she said. She's like, oh, y'all had a deep discussion or something. And Bridget think they done like got intimate. Long and behold, they over here just he was vulnerable to her, and now she's excited.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
she
was
bought that.
like,
I
that
don't.
sound like breadcrumbs to me.
Yeah, I don't think she really bought his vulnerability though, because she's like, okay.
Mhm.
He's like, that's all you're gonna say? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And he's like, what? So I don't think she really bought the vulnerability thing. And she was still thinking about Myron, but that's about Pastor Jeff. And that's what I got to say about him. But I
Mm.
think as women thinking about that, it's like, okay, you want your man to be vulnerable, but like at the expense of him being vulnerable to your feelings, you have to do all this just to get him to say a little piece. And then he going to call you, and then he going to say he's insecure.
I was like, yeah, that definitely gives. I'm telling you that I'm jealous of you. And it's like, maybe you need to go work on that and you need to go connect with your holy trinities and get all of that in order, because Why are you telling her? Go talk to Jesus. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, since you almost got one foot in hell, go sit next to the right hand of Satan. Go talk to him.
Yeah.
Because no, ma'am, no. Like,
Yes.
how is that supposed to make her feel better? And you can tell that they don't talk. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't give himself to a chance to be vulnerable with his wife. He doesn't want that soft space to land. He just wants to be the pastor and whatever that looks like. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Then he had the nerve to get in the car and pray for her and was like, and I felt like the only reason you got in your car before Tiffany called and you prayed for her so she won't leave. So she won't think nothing's going on between you and Myron.
Yeah.
Like, you got to make that make sense for me.
And that's what I'm saying. The fact that and nothing's wrong with praying, but praying in the car,
Yeah,
I pray over Rashida and da. No, you should have been in that house.
Yep.
You should
It
have been in
had
that
to
house.
take all it is.
And then you go in the house and you're like, oh, I want us to ride together. She said, I'm not going to the hospital. Why do you want us to ride together? Why do you want us to have this whole facade that we're this, we're that, we're this? Like, this
It's
is how
always the look of it.
TV shows. This is how Rashida be looking.
That's how I was looking. That's how I was looking.
Like, what changed? What? Like, what's going on? Why are you doing like
I like this one.
Oh,
I love that one.
He was like, when he was like, oh, he was like, no, I do not like Myron. I put that on my kids. I said, child, that's not telling me nothing because I see how you treat them kids, child.
Because you don't even like them. Talking about it's just me and you, and I'm sitting there like, what about your children?
Oh, hi, open book.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing this, and then I'm on my live, but stop and support. Hey, hi, thanks for subscribing.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, I didn't cut you off. I just seen it when I popped up my thing. But yeah, and so I was just like, you talking about your kids, child. We know you don't care about them kids, child. Hide the kids. And so I didn't really like it didn't really move me. I was just like, okay, kind of how you was like the banter. Okay, next scene, child, because you was doing all this talking, and then she's like, what changed, whatever. And so he wasn't trying to lie. He was like trying to be like, oh, nothing changed. That's how I felt like she found out she wasn't genuine, because I didn't know if she was going to tell me or not. She's like, well, you hate Tiffany. I was so weak. You didn't talk to this, or she just brought it. She got it down to Tiffany.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, dang. I think that's why I think he should have just left, because everything's for the show, right? But if he would have left and she wouldn't have had no time to think about Tiffany, she would have been able to think it was genuine. But since he came back again and started doing all that talking, she knew that's not her man.
Right.
And so that kind of gave it away.
A mess.
So that's how I felt about that. But then when they went to the church, that whole situation happened. Oh, let's talk about Bridget. I forgot the dude.
Calvin.
Yeah,
Calvin, the one who came to the church of Vaughn.
Yes, Calvin is ready.
Okay.
Yes. Calvin want Bridget. That's just my opinion.
I am not mad because I agree. Talk about you need a real man. Okay.
Is you gonna be mine? Like, what's up?
Right. Like,
he ready to press charges. He ready to press charges. He had the police come to her house. She like, wait.
Right. Like, what you doing?
Like, what? That's crazy. So so then they take whatever pastor they go, and then Bridget goes into the office with Rashida.
And you see Myron walked up talking about, I told him you wasn't here.
Yes.
Nobody asked you.
Yes, that's why I was saying, like, I feel like he wants something maybe from the past. Like, he do like him, but it's like he's just been too extra. Like, okay, you here. That's why I'm like, you the assistant, but dang. And so then when Rashida and Bridget went into the room, I don't know, how do you feel about Rashida's and Bridget's relationship?
I think I feel like I need to see them outside of the church setting, because as long as they're in a church setting, she treats her like the assistant.
Yeah.
I need to see them outside. So I guess whenever maybe next episode, they all supposed to be meeting up, going to homegirl place,
Oh,
Naomi.
to
So
Naomi.
I would like to see her. I would like to see all of them together in a group setting, like to see if you're still treating her like an assistant, and outside of that, you are my friend. Like outside of that, are we friends? Because I get it. Because when you're friends with somebody that work with you, there are a lot of people that can separate, business from friendship. And it's most of the time you don't. You just be like, hey, girl. But with Rashida, again, she's like that with everybody because she doesn't want people to see nothing else but I got it together.
Mm-hmm.
Even her friends.
That's why I don't think it's a difference. I feel like she's gonna treat her like that no matter
Also,
what. Yeah, I don't feel like it's huh.
I was agreeing.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's gonna change or not because once you see that, like she's coming to you. When I think about working with friends in business, you're coming to someone as a friend, like, "Hey, girl, like y'all came in lovey-dovey. Are you okay? Are you good?"
Mm-hmm,
And she's
mm-hmm.
like, "Well, what about whoever?" I forgot who she asked about. Like, "Oh, I need this, I need that," and then she didn't let her stay in there when the whole Geneva thing came. When Geneva came, talking about we got a book deal, even though Geneva was talking about Javon and stuff like that. But I just feel like, girl, why are you treating like that? That's supposed to be your friend. Y'all supposed to be cool. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, forget business. Like we're supposed to be friends, and we've probably been friends before we've had this business.
Yeah. So the book deal was for the both of them, for Rashida and Geneva, or is Geneva her attorney?
Geneva's her attorney.
Okay. And I also think that because Rashida has a lot on her plate, I feel like she also have the awareness to not carry anything else that's heavy, because what Geneva got is a lot. It
Uh-huh.
don't seem like a lot, but just looking in Geneva's eyes, and maybe it was the makeup, the eye, the little whatever, the pencil stuff. I don't know nothing about makeup,
Oh, you talking about, you
but
talking about her? What's
it
this
made
mascara or something?
yes, it made the pencil part. I think not the one that all of that, the whole eye thing. So listen, it made her look like she went into she like trans in a whole nother space when she was talking about Javon and
Yeah.
how he operates with her. And I was like, girl, you come back, you married.
We're gonna get into that. Or we could get into it now if you want. We can switch it
No,
up.
no, no. We can
Oh,
get there one this time. No, let's just
okay. Oh yeah, but so
Mhm.
yeah, I was just looking at that and I was just like, but also to the point she said something about the book or whatever, but Bridget don't know nothing about the Geneva situation. And that's another reason why I'm like, Rashida girl, like I need her to be going to therapist because now you have well, we get into it later. Bridget, her and her man, Geneva and her man, and now you know about Tiffany. You know about the secret for Geneva.
Mhm.
And now Tiffany is liking him. So it's just like it's so much going on at one time.
Yeah, that's a lot for her.
Yeah.
Coupled with her own stuff and her husband. We're still talking about Rashida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coupled with the fact that her husband basically told her, "I'm jealous of you,"
Yes, like what?
and
And
that's not counting the kids.
let's not count the child. The kids wasn't there right now. So do you want to go to Geneva or do you want to go to Tiffany? Who do you want to go to? Ooh.
Because I guess once we talk about, because we got to talk about them both. That scene with both of them.
Uh-huh.
Remember when she called?
Yes, you called
Oh,
her. We're
yes.
gonna
So the next
we're
scene
gonna
was
put him up in
Geneva.
here. Yeah. We're gonna because this is about Javon.
He is so cute. It's so bad. Okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. So I guess we could talk about from Geneva and then it goes to the next scene, right? Okay.
Yes, when she went to the lady.
Yes. So we're gonna leave Rashida. We're gonna go to Geneva. So Geneva was talking about Javon. Geneva was
Mm-hmm.
talking about how Tiffany can't be with Javon. So we can start right there, and then we can go to the next scene. Isn't that how it goes? The next scene is Geneva pulling up or whatever, and then Tiffany's like, "You
Yes.
answer my calls."
Yes.
Okay, you could go first if you want to talk about
Okay.
Geneva with Javon and
Oh,
Rashida.
oh, not the part where she went to visit homegirl.
Oh yeah, no, we gonna do that later.
Or later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what's his name? Tiffany. No, Tiffany called Rashida, and I'm trying to remember what I was reading. So Tiffany called Rashida. I mean Geneva. I keep getting
Mhm.
them confused. Tiffany called Geneva. Geneva sent her the voicemail, but Tiffany had pulled up on her because
Yeah.
she was showing a house to a potential buyer.
Yes.
And she had the conversation with Tiffany, like, hey, I'm over the cloak and dagger. Like, what's
Now
going on?
Tiffany said that.
Mm-hmm.
But was this before or after Geneva talked to Rashida? That's what I was trying to.
This was before. This was before because remember she went
Oh,
home, she had to get dressed. Because remember she had on she followed the lady, she went home, got dressed because she had on a burgundy, met them, and then went to go meet Yoga Girl.
yes. I guess that's where I'm confused at. Because when they was on the phone, Rashida was like, "Come visit me to the house.
Right.
We can
She
do
did,
whatever." And she
but
are
that was later.
oh, so she
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany before she seen Rashida.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
There was so much going on. Okay,
Um,
yeah. And then Tiffany said Javon. Well, no, Tiffany didn't know Javon was coming. Tiffany
yes,
just
she didn't know. So what she was telling Tiffany was, well, me and Javon talked all the way here when she told her I'm over the cloak and dagger. So what's going on? So of course Geneva was like, not like being real vague and
mhm.
rude at the same time, like nothing. And so she was like, well, me and Javon talk, like she was poking, literally poking because I know you're lying, but you
Mhm.
don't want to tell me. But the problem I have with that is just ask her. Stop being indirect and ask her. Ask her.
But
Ask
Tiffany don't
her,
know
hey,
what
what's
to
the situation
ask.
with you and Javon?
Tiffany don't know
You're
what.
right.
Yeah, she don't know what to ask.
But she know it's about Javon, and she know that you're my friend. You're being weird because she did tell her that she was like, okay, you're being weird. You're acting weird. You're acting strange. And I think she told her she was acting strange in the last episode, but this
Yeah, but in the
episode
last episode, I think Tiffany asked her like, "What about like?" I think Tiffany was asking her like,
she
"What do I
won't.
need to know?" or something like that. And
She knows, like she have an idea, but
mhm,
like she doesn't know exactly, but she suspect, and so
mhm.
that's why I feel like she was like, well, what did she tell? What did she tell Tiffany? Oh, me and Javon talk. He talked to me the whole time before I got here, and just kind of a little bit throwing Javon a little bit, not really in her face, but just like letting her know, like.
Mhm.
And so I guess she was looking at Geneva body language and just really, paying attention to Geneva's cues as she talk about Javon, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I have
Mm-hmm.
a couple things to talk about Tiffany because I was scrolling on the Instagram page. So these are just some comments that people are saying online. I should have
Really?
pulled them up. Yeah, yeah, they're talking about Tiffany. So they're saying Tiffany doesn't know girl code. They said, um, they said Tiffany is that friend that you gotta tell everything that they feel like they need to know everything about it, but they're like, just Geneva, just tell her. And then they're like, Geneva needs to tell Tiffany the truth. And then they're saying, yeah, that's basically what they're saying about Tiffany.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I agree with that, but we learned a couple things about Tiffany. So we learned that I feel like she's a seller agent or something like that. Because
I was wondering what was she like? What we doing?
they were like, oh, the person called and they requested
Mm-hmm.
specifically. Then we realized that Javon requested her.
And
So
she
I
didn't
felt like
know.
seller's agent or something like that. Yes. And then I feel like it's a little bit messy, of course, because Why is Javon trying to move right next door to them? Because you remember last episode, Javon was like, y'all should go to dinner with me, yada yada yada.
Girl,
There's that. Oh yeah, and then Javon brought Tiffany flowers and stuff. So he's like a smooth, smooth little guy.
I hate this for Tiffany.
But yeah,
I,
because now we don't know if he really likes her or not, or
yeah.
he's trying to, make Geneva jealous or whatever. But my whole thing is, why can't Tiffany be with Javon?
I mean, it's not okay. What you don't know is what you don't know. So if I'm asking you, you're not telling me, and you're basically telling me it's fine, but your body language is saying something else. I don't know if
Yeah.
but I just think that as adults, you should be able to tell your best friend of all of these years, hey, listen, I dated him. We had a thing. We had a full on thing. And Tiffany's character gives me, if you tell me that, I'm gonna leave this man completely alone because I value our friendship over this handsome, really, really handsome black man. All right.
I'm trying. I have some thoughts about that though.
He is so fine. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have some thoughts about that when you're done though.
But I don't think she's breaking girl code when you don't know.
Yeah.
And if I'm asking you and I'm telling you, hey, I want to date him, this was for you to say, all right, friend, I really need to tell you something. Because if it was me, I would tell my friend, look, listen, I know such and such my husband trying to hook you up with him. And I would tell her, like, I would tell her, but I think also everybody adores William.
Yes, they do.
And I think it's probably hard because then you, in the back of your mind, you thinking, what if she tell William?
Yeah, that's interesting. Tiffany seems like she adored. Oh, what'd you say?
I say that's hard.
Yeah, I feel like Tiffany adores William and Pastor Franklin.
I don't know why, but she do.
Yeah, I think she does. And so I have a couple of things about that because with Tiffany, when she finds out the secret, she's gonna be so pissed. And so to your point, like William's this perfect person or whatever, I think we don't know why Tiffany and her ex broke up. We don't know why
they do. I hope they can give us more character development. I hope Tyler is better with character development on this show than he is on Sisters. So I'm hoping that he expound on that and Naomi. Like we need more.
We know Naomi.
We do, but do we?
Yeah. Well, we know why Naomi don't like that man or whatever. But I'm guessing
the ex.
Yeah. I'm saying that I think that we need to know why Tiffany is divorced, because now as it's getting more, we see that Geneva and Tiffany may not be as close as we think they are.
I thought, but he did cheat. Her husband cheated on her.
Tiffany?
Yeah, and I think my confusion is if he cheated on her, why is she paying him spousal support? Is it because she left first or something?
No, that doesn't really matter. If they're in a place that cheating doesn't matter. If she makes more than him, then he might have to do it. It depends on where they live.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. So if he cheated on her, Geneva never told Tiffany that she cheated on William.
No, she did, and I swear I thought she did in the first episode, but I guess she did not.
She never told him. She's only told Rashida. So that's one big way how I know that they're not close. And she never told her. And so now, as we see in the more episode, like as we see when the episode goes on, Geneva is like, William is boring. Like Javon just makes that spark. So Geneva's having issues with, should I basically leave William for Javon? So she's not going to go and tell Tiffany, one, I cheated on him and the baby might not be his. Tiffany is going to feel some type of way because she knows how it feels to be cheated on. So I feel like that was an indicator that she didn't tell them. And then Geneva is like having that feeling, of like,
Mhm.
I don't know, but just being so cold to Tiffany, being very cold to Tiffany.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that she being very dismissive to her friend. Like,
Yes, very much so. And I so also as women, I don't understand. Like, y'all have a good man. Like, why do y'all think peace is boring? Like, I really wanted to talk about that. Like, why does peace have to be so boring to women? Like,
listen,
and that's why Rashida said, well, he's probably not doing nothing because what is boring about him taking care of his family, coming home?
right.
Like, what is so boring about that? Granted, we don't
I
know his job.
I don't think she meant boring. I think she meant he is terrible in
The bed. Yeah.
right. And
That is true because baby, she said Javon. She said if Tiffany gets some, she's gonna be done. She's like, I never seen
that's
nobody make me feel
crazy.
like this. I said, okay, Geneva is getting spicy.
And he made her spicy. It's always that one. So he made her like extra spicy. And so she's now comparing that to William. But there are things
Mm.
that you can do to kind of spice it up. And I guess, and then she had made another comment about the both sides. And I was like,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, so you don't think that she's saying? Well, when I was thinking that she was saying he was born because she was like he does the same thing or whatever. So that's what I took it as. You took it as she doesn't like him in the
all
bed.
of all of it. But
Mm-hmm.
mainly the physical,
Yeah.
I mean the sexual
Yeah. But I
department.
don't like how, because, yeah, we don't know. But she did say Javon was a good person. So it's like, well, then Rasheed's like, is he a good person? Because he's using
Right.
your friend to make you jealous. I said, oh, sit that tea, girl. Okay. But she need to be talking to herself. Is your husband a good person just because he a pastor? I
I
would have said right
mean,
back.
it's not like she lied. Like she did not, even though she having a problem over here on the home front,
Mhm.
she did not tell.
Yeah. Oh, you don't
Right
think he's a good
message,
person?
wrong
You think he's using her to make her jealous? You do?
who, Javon?
You think Javon's using Tiffany to make her jealous? Geneva?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because it's only 24 hours. You don't even
And he
know.
was baby, he was love bombing her. That's what they were saying. He was love bombing her
Like,
flowers and calling her on the phone and doing, why are we doing all this? Take me to dinner, dude. Like, what we doing
right.
that for?
And then when you supposed to be getting to know her, as you stated earlier, you asked William about him and Geneva tagging along to dinner.
You did.
Like, no, we're
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like, that's not nice. And then trying to move right there. Oh, that's what Jenny was like, making it hard. Like, you trying to move in by me. You come and you called him, and I mean, Javon called Geneva like, oh,
mhm.
I won't go out if you don't let me go out. And so that is kind of sad too. And that's why I do feel like Geneva needs to tell Tiffany, because Tiffany's gonna
Yeah,
get her heart broken.
we don't want
She's
that.
like, I like him, I like him, I like him. And it's gonna be like, well, dang, he played me. So then she's gonna be already mad. She's gonna be like double mad, like
Mhm.
he played me, and then my friend didn't tell me.
And when she find out Rashida knew, she gonna be probably mad at
Oh,
Rashida.
and then Jenny was like, Rashida, don't tell Tiffany. I'm not gonna tell Tiffany. I'm like, nah, because look what happened when secrets, don't come out. So
Yeah.
now Rashida's trying to be loyal to Geneva, but if Tiffany's your friend, you need to be able to tell both. Like you need to,
Mhm.
because Rashida does tell Geneva when she's wrong. Oh yeah, Geneva's like, I don't know what to do. Like, girl, if you don't stay in your marriage with your man and just leave Javon alone, you think she's gonna mess with Javon?
I think that something is going to happen. I also think that Rashida is one of those people that is stuck in a bad marriage, and you want everybody else to stay stuck in
Oh,
something. Because I feel like for me, even though he knows what to do to be the good guy, if you're only if you tried everything you could, if you tried everything you could, then that's different. I ain't never been married, but I will say this. If you're not benefiting you or your partner, when it seems like William is, but if you're not benefiting, then you go talk to William. You don't want to talk to William. You want William to be just as wrong as you, which
yeah,
is odd. But I just think that if you tried everything you could and you just really grown apart from him, then that's different. But I also feel like even before Javon came along, like right before we met Javon, she was trying to convince herself that she was good and happy in this marriage.
Who? Geneva.
Mm-hmm. Like, because remember when her in the first episode when her and Tiffany was in the car, and so Tiffany was like, "You're happy, right?" And she was like, like yeah, yeah. I was like, "Yeah, okay."
William, but that's why I was saying.
So cute.
That's why I was saying that I think that he could be kind of boring because she's like, we
Yeah.
need a trip to France or whatever. Like, we need something. Yeah, she was just like, I just want to get away. So that's why I said, like, it could be the sexual stuff, but it could be that he's just boring too because, like, she was just like, okay, we want to get away and, like, we're like, he's
Mm-hmm.
good. And it's like, okay, it's the safe dude. He's good. Okay, boom. But it's like, what do we do? But I just feel like sometimes women, and this is just in general, but women don't like peace and whatever. Like, it's like their trauma
Yeah.
inflicted. They want, like, oh, there's no thrill. Like, when you're not checking phones or making sure like, I don't want to do all that. Like, I want peace. I
Yeah.
want my peace to be still. Like, I want us to have fun. I don't want us to be boring. And sometimes though, you get the boring, or you feel like the boring guy is like the peaceful guy is boring. And I was just like, I don't really like that. So that's
It's
why
a
I kind of,
drama.
yes, like it's no drama. Like, why do you want a drama filled life? Like,
Yeah.
well, like, okay, next.
It's
Okay.
all rooted in that trauma, and your trauma wants your partner to be something else. Like
Yeah.
your trauma wants your partner to be Javon. And no,
And it's
no,
like, we don't need Javon.
no. We just want to look at him, but we don't need him. I mean, I listen, as much as I love Kadeen, she is playing the whole villain in this part. Like, she is really playing the villain.
Somebody was like, I'm glad I knew her from social media before the show because they do not like her character. Do you have a favorite character
Me?
now? Yeah.
No, I just have a least favorite. I like the ladies, and I like William for now. Girl, I'm sorry, it's my daughter. I like William for now. I just I do not like Jefferson. I do I want to not like Pastor Jeff, but it's a part of me that does not. And I do not care for Vaughn at all.
Yeah, I don't like Vaughn either. We're gonna get into his character too. I don't like Vaughn. I don't
But
feel like
the
I have a
latest,
favorite
I'm
character.
disliking Geneva. I love Kadeem, but I don't like Geneva.
I don't
I
feel like
don't
I
like.
have a favorite character
I don't have
yet.
a favorite.
Yeah, I feel like because they're all hard to like. I feel like they're kind of hard to like,
For one reason or another.
Yeah, because like I could say yeah, I like Tiffany, and I could say I like Tiffany, but I don't know enough about Tiffany to be like yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
I like how Naomi don't
Character
play
development.
about who she is, but Naomi a little wild. And Geneva, you would think if it wasn't for the Javon, then you'd be like, okay, yeah, I like Geneva's character. I don't know. Bridget is actually kind of fine, but like she got that boy that's broke, child. So I don't know about that one. So it's kind of hard. So at this point, my favorite character is the little girl because that little girl is smart.
Oh yeah. Anika. Baby, we love Anika. Yes. She is so that scene last week with her and William.
Yeah, she's like, where's your mommy? I said, period.
Right. Like, it was just cute, and I was like, that made me kind of warm up to William, but I still got my good eye on him because I think he knows something. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know if he knows something or if he's gonna try to find out something.
I think he knows something.
Oh, okay.
I think he knows. I don't know, but I think he suspects something, and I think the first thing he did was like, maybe when he knew something, he went ahead and got that trip, like
but
set up for the trip. And are they gonna go on the trip?
Girl, they're gonna go on a trip at the end of the season. They know. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna go, and then next time they're gonna come back. because the prediction is, I don't know. The prediction is, because if Javon buys that house, I'm just predicting. If Javon
Okay.
buys that house next to them, they're gonna be everybody online is speculating, saying that the Javon is gonna do a baby swap, and I've seen this on the game.
What's the biggest? Oh, a swab.
A swat of the baby's mouth,
Oh,
and
okay.
so they have to be gone. So they're like, oh, when they go to Italy, Javon could definitely not next door, because they were like, oh, I want to see Anika, I want to see Anika, and
Mm-hmm.
try to swab that baby or something
Yeah,
like
do
that.
something different.
So yeah, I don't know, but I was gonna say about Geneva. Yeah, okay, let's get into the scene where she pulled up at Agoy.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You, are
Um,
you trying to get a different background?
yeah, because everybody wants to move, and so yeah, everybody's moving around. So I got to take what I can get right now. All right. Um, but you can go ahead and talk about the background. I'm gonna just
I was confused, like why Geneva popped up like that to the yoga studio or whatever it is, and I was just like, "Whoa, like, girl, why are we pulling up to a studio?" And then she's like, "Is your name blah blah blah?" Blah? And then asking her, she's like, "Yeah," and but I don't know if you peeped that, but she's like, "Oh yeah, we should have a play date." She's like, "But she's like, does my husband know your number?" Girl, you was not slick. And then, but I was confused because she put her phone down and then tried to record. So I'm like, girl, when are you going to come back and get your phone? 2 seconds later. So
yeah.
I was just like, okay, so you're trying to do a play date, you're trying to be sneaky, but that girl said she was married. So now you're like looking crazy because now she's saying that she married.
Now we knew she was married. Like, remember the janitor guy told her, "Oh, her and her husband, they're nice people."
Yes.
So
I
we
think I
knew
remember that now. I remember
we
that.
knew that we knew that she was married. Um, but the for me off rip, I would have been like, how do you know my daughter's name is Madison? How do you know that, I mean, automatically you know she probably know her husband, but how do you know I know him if we're just doing pickup? Like, how
Or
do
was it she's seen in the pickup line? I wouldn't have been surprised about the girl knowing the kid though. The kid's name.
you say you would have been surprised?
I wouldn't have been surprised about her knowing her daughter's friend's name because they're friends.
They are, but they're five, and it's not, like she haven't been to any of the events, like the school events, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever was happening at school. So Geneva haven't really been there, so she really don't know like the parents. I think for me, I just would have been like, because when Geneva went to pick up her phone, she played the recording, and the lady said, "I just got like a strange visit."
Yeah, but I don't
And
want to talk about it.
yeah, she said, "But I'm gonna call you later." You think she was talking to William or her husband?
Do you think she has William's number? I think she was talking
She
to her
said
husband.
no.
She said no. But that's why I was saying that the girl was so thrown off. I wasn't surprised that I wouldn't have been surprised if somebody came into my shop. I wouldn't have been surprised if she's like, "Oh, my daughter's in your school," because kids talk all the time. She's like, "It's my
Sorry.
friend Maddie." I would have been some more surprised. I'm like, "How do you know where I work at?" That's what I would have been
That,
saying.
yes. So okay, that's what I forgot to say. Like, how do you know where I work? How do you know exactly this big town? How do you know exactly where I work?
Mm-hmm.
My, in couple, like, you don't have my husband's number, but
Yeah.
I mean, my husband and I mean, her, the yoga lady, and William don't keep in contact. So how do you know that?
I would have played it off though, because I'm like, oh, my husband told me I wanted to come and see it. I don't know what I would say, but then she's like, because then she was like, oh, da, 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 like, well, my kids on play day. That's actually what I wanted to say. They never specify where this, like, where they're living at. But baby, I said this in my last review. Did you see Javon's car? I'm coming back to it, but Javon got a nice car. These cars in these houses is nice on
On
divorce.
the black card.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pull up the car
Mm-hmm.
going up. Child, I said, baby, they got a budget for divorce system because the cars, the buildings, it just all looks so different.
Yeah. And we want to know why in the world you and your wife divorced. What's the real reason?
Ooh.
Javon and his wife.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
Mhm.
did you hear that when Kadeem was leaving? Did you hear Tyler say, "Can we get a wide shot?"
Uh-uh.
You didn't hear that? You got to go back and listen. Yeah,
What?
when Geneva is leaving out of the thing, they're like, "Can we get a wide shot?" And then when she's walking in, Tyler's like, "Action!" People said it on. Well, I'm in the thing, and then when I watch it, yeah, they.
Oh
She,
my God. No, I
and
didn't hear that.
it said it right when she's like, "Oh, I forgot my phone or whatever." I was real confused about that. Like, why did you put your phone down there? Because I was like, "What did she put down there? Like, what are you recording?" Like,
To see if she was gonna call William.
that's what she was
That's
doing.
that's what I think she was doing. I think she put that phone down to record to see if she was gonna probably call William and say, "Hey, William, your wife just came up here." Like that's what I think. I
Because
could
then
be wrong with everything.
She did play that in the thing, and now Geneva's mind is like, what's happening? What's going on?
But you're just trying to find an excuse to get with Javon. I
Yeah,
just really, but I do think that she's trying to find an excuse.
yeah. It's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you going so hard trying to find it? And that's what they say when you go looking for something, child, you gonna find it. Why are you going so hard to try to see if he's cheating or not? Like, why are you trying to pop about the school, pop about the yoga? Like, why are you doing all that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because Javon is really giving her mixed signals, and she's like, okay, what do I want to do? So then, if she sees that he's cheating, she's like, okay, well, that's why I left, and then she doesn't have to really tell her secret.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And I just think I said not to have Geneva smoking a cigarette, but at least this
Girl, she was like this with that cigarette.
when she got out the thing. I said, okay, at least it got some cigarettes.
When she
Yeah,
started smoking, when you started smoking, this man got you smoking now?
like that is crazy. But I was gonna say you made a good point or whatever. But like I was saying, I wouldn't want to get no marriage advice from Rashida. But I see what you're saying because when Bridget and her talk, like Bridget talking to her, like they're like, "Oh, you have like a good relationship. You have a good relationship." But you were saying something that you said that you don't think, or you think that Rashida wants everybody to be miserable like her, or
I
if she's in a miserable situation, she wants
I
others to be miserable.
I think there are people out there, not Rashida, but because in when it comes to Rashida, Bridget, Naomi, maybe Naomi, if we can get her in, in a regular state, back to a normal state, and Tiffany, they look at William as the good man, the good husband. So they want her to make it work, but your friend is telling you or trying to convince that this ain't what it is. But there are some people in this world who are miserable and they stay in miserable places and they think if they did it and not to keep you in misery because they don't know, like they want to get out, but they don't know that they should get out because they think it's normal. They want you to stay in this space where it's not normal, where I'm not happy. I cannot stay in a space where I'm not happy, where it's not conducive for
Yeah.
me. Not just me, but the both of us. But we can't have a one-sided relationship
Yes.
where one person is happy and no, that's not how that goes. Because that's what she asked her. Is this what marriage is about? Just going through the motions,
Yeah.
being married for a long amount of time. She didn't say that verbatim, and then passing away.
She said, "Yeah, you just go and you get married, and then you just pass away." I was like, "Oh yeah." That's why I was saying that the peace and boring thing, because it's like she sounds like she's bored, but it could just be the sexual part. But to me, she sounds like she's bored. I don't know if she wants another kid. I don't know, but it's like, also we have to think about it. Like people are saying this now, like your spouse is not supposed to provide you happiness. You should be happy within yourself, and they're supposed to add to your life. Now I get if he's not adding to your life, that's cool.
That's
But
different.
she's not happy within herself because she's like, dang, did I choose the wrong man? Because now Javon's like, I came back for you guys, I got divorced, and now you have William over here, and y'all not really doing anything. But it's like, girl, you happy? We don't even actually. It's so funny because we don't see her working, baby. And Sistas, baby, Andy is working. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, we don't, she partner, but she is not working. So that's also funny. So we don't know if she really likes her job or not, but she's so engulfed and she's so engulfed in Naomi's thing that I don't even think she can even really focus on her life as much. And then
Mm-hmm.
she has drama with her life. So now
Mm-hmm.
it's just
They
like,
don't want to deal with it.
yeah, so now she's like, well, I got these two men. I got my crazy friend. And then also maybe seeing what Naomi is going through, she probably don't want to go through that either.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, because if she makes more of the money, she might have to pay alimony or even what Tiffany going through, child. That
Mm-hmm.
shook me up. I'm like, baby, I might need to stay.
And
I don't
even
want to
with
pay
child
nobody no money.
support,
You said
'cause
what?
even with child support, if it's some child support, we gotta take a DNA test. All
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, sometimes you do gotta take a DNA test for child support, and so her it will go all the way through. This is episode 6. We
Yes.
have 6 more episodes. Okay, we have 6 more episodes.
And I think it comes
I'll
back
be
on
sure.
it. Doesn't it come back on in August or something?
Huh?
Like
No, he's come back next week.
I need well no, like after these 8 episodes, and I think he gonna
No,
release.
it's 12 episodes, I thought.
Oh, I didn't know. I assumed it was 8 like everything else.
No,
Woo, thank
it
you,
was
Lord. If we get
15.
12.
Yeah, I checked last week. That look, this is what Kadeen said on Poor Minds because I watch it. She said it
Mhm.
was 12 episodes, I think, and they recorded it in 9. They recorded it in 9
In
days.
9 days. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
heard. I was like,
Yeah, I
wow.
was like 9 days, y'all. Can we get 2 weeks? That's why it's boo, 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 boo. I can
But
remember all that stuff in 9 days.
this is the other thing. You know that he's divorced, but he's not telling you why he divorced. He's only telling you his side.
Well, he's
He's
telling you that he divorced for her. That's what she
divorced for her. He's lying.
said. Do you think the ex is going to come up in the season?
I hope so. I hope so. Like a draw for Uno.
Well, this is a YT girl.
Oh, that's gonna be some nasty work because Naomi really gonna be Naomi gonna be triggered and she gonna try to do something else to Jefferson because she just got triggered.
Well, no, but he left her for her, so now it's gonna
I
be
know.
like, okay, girl.
She's still gonna be triggered.
Yeah, no, she will be triggered. That's funny. Naomi wasn't in this episode,
I
so
know she
you know
wasn't.
she's killing.
But my baby daddy was in the last episode.
Who's
I
your
like
baby daddy?
Bolo. Bolo,
Who's that?
the one who played, what's his name? Hakeem. The slutty man. The one who been sleeping with Naomi.
Oh, he did show up. Baby, she trying to get him out of here. Pow, pow, pow.
I love him.
I was like, oh my God, there was a lot going on last episode.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, so let's get to Bridget now because this all folded in the church. Bridget got a text message or something like that. But let's back it up because Calvin told Bridget he was looking for her ex-boyfriend. He went to the house, they wasn't there. So she's like, well, he's like, if you're sorry, you tell him where he at. If you're sorry, she's like, I don't know. I sent him back to his mama's house, yada yada. So forward, then he's like, I'm a K myself, like pow, 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 nobody loves me, da 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 da. And so she's calling him, and he's not answering. And baby, she shook it up. And even Rashida's like coming in. Can you print off this manuscript? That girl was shooketh. Like she's like, I can't. She's like, I don't know. My did this thing. I was like, okay, girl. I was like, not Myron. I meant Vaughn. I'm like, Vaughn is manipulating you because he don't want to go to jail.
And he don't want to go back to his mama house.
Yeah, like I was not buying that. I was just like, what? Like he's a manipulator and he's literally in his car and he calling. I'm trying to figure out whose car is that he's in. And he's like, I'm gonna do this. He's like, my mama didn't love me. You don't love me. Da, 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 da. And then I did not care for like her taking everything and they're like, put on speaker. He's like, And then on speaker, then when he was on speaker, he was like, "You let that do." I forgot what he said on speaker, but I was like, "Oh, that's some tea." But when he put on speaker, some tea got out, but I can't remember what it was now. But do you remember what it was?
When he said that you let him assault me.
Yes, yes, like something like that. Yeah, on teen, I was like, "Well, child, what's going on?" And then the pastor's like, "Oh no, Vaughn." Like, I didn't like how the pastor's like, "Let me tell you what I went through. I was in foster care." We do not care.
Right.
Vaughn is 30 years old. He needs to love,
Hello. That's
he needs to
what I was
love
thinking. I
himself.
was like,
He needs to love himself and he needs to get a job. He
his
is not gonna,
mama should have taught him about rejection. I had to say this in my review. His mama should have taught him about rejection. His mama and daddy, not just his mama, but his parents should have taught him about rejection. They should have taught him responsibility and this codependency thing. They should have taught him how to be independent, because you went from one woman house to another, look like another woman's house. Look like that's all he does. He look for people to take care of him. And when he
yeah.
don't get what he want, he manipulate. Because the you would have sent that text to me talking about I'm finna unalive myself, I would have been like, okay, what they got to do with me? What they got to do? Like, what you telling me for?
I wouldn't even respond. I would have sent the suicide hotline like they did on the thing.
I
And
would.
so
You
I was
nice.
just, but I was like, but that's what happened. Like, as women, we get that, and it's so annoying because like these men are not grown up. They're not men. That's why they're boys, because they get women who coddle them, and
Yeah.
then it goes out like that. And the mama or the daddy, they should have told him, but he goes like this, mama. So he might have not had a daddy in his life. But yeah, rejection. But you should. I don't even think it's rejection at 30 years old. I just think you don't want to take care of yourself. You want somebody to take care of you and
Yeah.
responsible. You keep getting these jobs and you're like, oh boy, where was your app that you was working on? What's your other thing that you was working on? Like,
All he looked like he been doing is sleeping.
literally sleeping. And then the pastor's like, oh, the pastor's like, well, we have some place. He's like, I don't want to go there. I said, oh, not him cussing out the pastor. The pastor's trying to help you. He's like, some of my members go there. We do this, that, we do that. We can help you. But then I was confused because then at the end, it had like gunshots, but nowhere near where Myron Vaughn was at. He was in his car. There was no guns. So I said, what? And then y'all got Brittany over
Maybe
here.
I thought he had the gun like on his lap or something. But for me, I think he just went out the window and went pow and shot it in the air. But I definitely think that he was trying to manipulate her into saying you can come back, because he was like, don't nobody love me. And she was like, I love you. I would have been like,
I wouldn't say nothing. I'm like, girl, this dude is playing you and the friends. I said, that's embarrassing in front of the friends. I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Where are you at? Where are you at? I'm not. Are you his mom? Girl, how old are you? Like, you're in your 40s and he's in his 30s. You need to go get a job.
Exactly.
Go to your mama's
Where
house.
you work at.
Like, what?
He didn't want to go back to his mama house because probably his mama, he got to do something responsible stuff, I guess, over at his mammy house. But for me, I just, no, you can't like play me into you coming back to my house
at all.
And when you came, he had the fight or whatever. He was like, this my house, sir. This not your house. And then the volatile behavior, that's a whole nother entity. So I don't think I would have, and I don't know about everybody else, I just don't think I would have felt safe with him being in there, because I would think in the back of my mind, like I feel like eventually you're going to do this to me. Like you're going to get that mad and display this volatile behavior. And that's scary. That's a scary place to be. I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm wondering what you're going to do to me.
I was going to say that too, because I'm like, he got so mad. She never seen him like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, you got to know like how angry people get for real, for real.
Yeah.
And if you can blow up and do that on somebody that they don't even know,
yep,
they could probably do something worse to you.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I was thinking.
That was, even when she woke him up, like the attitude that he had in waking her up and how he talked to her, and
she said I'm still on episode one. I'm sorry. I don't even be seeing the comments. Yes, I'm cracking up. I'm listening. But yes, girl.
Jada, we gotta get you. You got 5 more episodes to go.
Girl, 5 more.
But the truth of the matter is, I just wouldn't have felt safe. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Like again, I'm sorry, spacing. When he woke her up, when she woke him up,
Uh-huh.
like how he had that real bad attitude.
Mm-hmm. Like you in my house.
Yeah. And
And
he
you
was so
sleep.
mean.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
three
I'm
strikes
being
you're
stupid.
that's 3 strikes you're out. Like
Wait, what
you
was the
embarrassed.
first three for what was the first two for you? No job?
Um okay. No job. You embarrassed me at my work spot and then you got into it.
What a lick of it.
But then actually it's 3 strikes and then there's fourth one. Then you try to play like you about to pow yourself when you just don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
No.
Is she gonna let him back in because she
You
didn't
think
want
so?
him to leave? She didn't want him to leave because
Okay.
remember Bridget, I mean, what's her name? Rashida was asking, like, how do you feel? Kind of checking
She's
in.
like, I'm sad. And that's what I was saying. I was like, that's what I'm like, Rashida, you trying to check in with her? And when she try to check in with you try to be like, we good.
It's true. I'm
No.
good. You're not
Girl,
good.
your man was just on the phone with another man and he left you in your car all night long.
But
And that
she
was what I
don't
was
she
trying to say.
still didn't know that, right?
No, Bridget doesn't know that. And that's another thing. The fact that man left you in the car all night long, he thought you was in the guest room. Why are you sleeping in the guest room so much that he thought that you was going to be in the guest room?
That's crazy.
Ain't no way I'm going to be in no door. I'm not going to be sleeping in no car door. And I'm going right to bed in my bed. Ain't no guest room.
Right.
You going to the
Sleeping
guest
like
room.
a baby.
You going to be on the couch or in the guest room, not me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I just
yeah.
I just didn't like this scene. And again, for me, I would have been like, what you telling me? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not cold like that, but I'd have been like, yeah, no. But she just freaked out. Like,
He literally freaked out. I was like, girl, why are you so freaked out? He don't want to go to jail. Like, and I'm sorry, like common sense would have just been like, he don't want to go to jail. Like she should have
yeah.
been rude to him. Like, boy, you're going to jail. You don't assault people. Like she should have been rude. She was so like flabbergasted. That's what I'm saying. Like, you already broke up with him. He already don't got no money. Child, actually, jail would have been really great for you. You get somewhere to sleep. You get some food.
3 hots in a cot. That's what they call it.
Okay. It
Like,
actually might have worked out good for you. And you're
you would have
30. Like you're 30. Like you're older than me. Like you're 30.
and that's what he kept saying. He was like, nobody understands me. It's not nobody's job to understand you. It's not nobody's job to be responsible for you. You are responsible for you, not Bridget,
You got no
not your
kids.
mama. And that's another thing. I don't think he have. I hope he don't have no kids. But
Mm-mm.
nobody's responsible for you but you. You don't even at this point, you really don't need to be in a relationship just simply based on what you have going on. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this. I hope that this is actually his last episode. I don't want to see
Oh,
him.
it's not going to be his last episode. They're going to show him next episode. But I thought she was going to be like, I'm not going to yai. Like, I'm not going to yai. But if a man out there is looking, and that's the point, when you don't have nothing for yourself, that's when men be trying to date. No, you need to get yourself together. Then you're mad that
That's a
nobody wants you. You ain't
homosexual.
got no job, no car, no nothing. What are we
Straight
dating?
homosexual.
Like literally, what are we dating? And as women, we need to quit letting these homosexuals in, and then they be getting pregnant by them. Like no, but I don't. It's not gonna be his last episode. His last episode because it just ended with him about to pee themselves. So they're gonna figure out. They're gonna have to try to figure out if he did it, if he didn't do it.
I would have left that up to Scooby Doo in the game because I'm not finna find out.
Scooby-Doo.
Get out my
What are
face with that.
you?
I don't like Vaughn. Like he is my
Oh.
least favorite person, and I just don't feel sorry. I
Mm-mm.
don't feel sorry for him. I couldn't even feel sorry for him in that moment.
I was gonna ask you who's the biggest villain? Do you think it's Javon or Vaughn? Look, Javon or Vaughn? Devon's.
Jefferson. I mean Jefferson.
You think Jefferson's the biggest villain?
Jefferson is so. I noticed the way the men are describing him. Like,
How are they describing him? Oh, so
oh, I'm
sorry.
here. Uh-uh,
No, I didn't mean to remove you. I was trying to remove you. How are they
so,
describing him?
last at when William was talking to, what's her name, Bridget, in a car. He
Hmm.
said the way he was like, he didn't say he was colorful. He said he was how he describes him. And then when Jefferson, Pastor Jeff, talked to Tiffany about, I mean, what's his name? Not Jefferson. What you call the husband's name?
William,
Mm-mm.
Geneva.
Naomi ex-husband.
Oh, I don't know him. He's
Not
a real
Jefferson,
villain.
not Jeff.
I know who you're talking about, but I forgot his name.
Him. Yeah. So the way Pastor Jeff and Franklin, I'm
Franklin.
sorry. So the
Mhm.
way William and Frank and Pastor Jeff describes him, even as men, they know that he's not right. And even
Right.
Franklin. Franklin.
Oh,
Franklin
Pastor
is my
Franklin.
villain. Franklin is my biggest villain. I
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like I give a little grace to Pastor Jeff. Today, I think I give him more grace, but before that, I was like, yeah, I don't see it for Jeff.
Oh
But
no, he just work. He don't get no grace from me from this episode. But you think Franklin is a villain because how Pastor Jefferson and William were talking
mhm.
about
Oh,
him. Okay,
and Jefferson is to follow, and then Javon.
and then
Okay,
Vaughn.
yeah, and then William. I mean, I would swap Vaughn, but Vaughn with Javon. I mean, yeah, Vaughn with Javon. But no, because you playing this lady, and Tiffany don't deserve any of this.
That's
So
why I think Javon is the biggest villain because he's playing this woman knowing he wants another woman. I personally
mm,
don't think Franklin is a villain. He
he
was
just
a villain in
mean.
that episode. I
He was.
necessarily don't know if he's a villain all over the scene now
He
because
was.
we don't. I mean, he did, of course, he did cheat on her. I'm not saying that that's
He
good,
did.
but I'm like, I don't know that relationship, but we didn't see it. We don't know how
Mhm.
Naomi treated him, how he treated
Well,
her.
that's what we need to
So
find out.
we
So.
don't know that part. But I will say that he was a villain in that episode. But for like the scene, kind of, I feel like it would be kind of
Javon.
Javon
Okay.
because he's playing Tiffany more than he was Geneva. And I
Yeah,
think
he is.
Vaughn was a villain in this episode because you're trying to use, um,
Tiffany.
yeah, well, you're trying to use like the S word as to manipulate, no,
Hmm.
manipulate Bridget, not Tiffany, Bridget, Vaughn. That's what I'm talking about. And
Oh
this
yeah,
in this episode, Vaughn was a villain because he tried to manipulate Bridget.
he
So
did.
that's what
And,
I'm saying.
and she was just falling for it, and I'm just sitting there like,
Girl, no. And I don't know. You might think Geneva's the villain of the for the girls. You think Geneva's the villain?
I absolutely do, because it ain't. Because how are you treating Tiffany like she
Oh,
does something to you? I don't like that.
yeah, that's true.
I don't like
And yeah, I don't like that either. And it's like, but that's how it be though. Sometimes, like if you think about it, people be so guilty within themselves
that. Hmm.
that they don't know one because it's going to show that she cheated on her man if she tells the story.
Yeah, and it's not as perfect as everybody said it.
Thinks it is. So that's going to be an out. And then
Mhm.
she's going to get like I don't want to say berated, but like Tiffany gonna talk to her crazy like what you cheated on William, da 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 da. Like that's already
And
gonna
they
come.
gonna big William up as
Yeah,
if he's that guy, but I'm telling you, William got something.
you think so? Do you always think? I don't know. William got something. Oh, well, do you think William is? Do you think William is messing with that lady from Agoy?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like it was a
He
friendly
flirt
hug.
with her. I
Oh, he
think.
snaps. I feel like it was a friendly hug. Let me
I think
see.
he flirts with her.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I don't know yet. But I do think he flirts with her, and probably because, and it's not in
Let's
a cute.
see. You don't think that was friendly?
I mean, I do think that it was friendly. It looked friendly, but I do think he might probably genuinely like her.
I don't know. To
I,
me,
I wonder if that's the one he be saying you so doggone fine.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I think I don't know why he gave her flowers, but I'm just thinking now the flowers might be a bit much, but the reason why I think it is friendly is because
It
you're
was like
going
four
to
flowers. It looked
huh?
like he picked it from somewhere.
They literally do like it don't even look crazy, but I think though when you think about it, depending on like people that kind of do this. I don't want to say do the same thing. I'm going to
Mhm,
explain it and then it's going to come out. But like you're going to see the same people, especially like if your daughter is in school or whatever, like carpool, like you start seeing the same people, right? They might
mhm,
come out together. They are friends. They might come out together. You might have had some banter. Whereas like we don't know, they might go in and get the child, go in. And so it's like
mhm.
to me, I just feel like it's friendly and it's nice. It's like, oh hey, you're my child's friend. Like you're my child's friend's mom.
Right.
So like to me, it doesn't really seem that much, right? But the
Mhm.
flowers do may seem a little bit. I don't necessarily know, but hey, she has a business, so he could be like, "Oh, congrats on your business." Now, maybe should he tell Geneva about her? I forgot her name, possibly. But I think that's why Geneva is looking so hard for something because if you're doing all like for Geneva to go up to the yoga studio, for you to have the phone, like you're doing a whole lot for like not even concrete clues. Like it's not like William has said a name. It's not like you've called him maybe like on the phone. Like you don't have any concrete details, and so it's like
Mhm.
you're just going to search for something, and you already don't go up and pick up your daughter. So
Yeah.
you worried about you don't pick up your daughter, you're not there. They want two people invested into the child, whatever. They probably go to
Mhm.
a private school child. But it's just like you're trying to do a little bit too much for for not to have seen anything at all.
Yeah.
That's
And
just my opinion.
also, it could, because even with the flowers, it could have been where the little girl was like, I want to get married, send some flowers.
Mhm.
So it could be anything
Yeah, it could be very innocent.
until we know.
Yeah. So how are you feeling? This is the sixth episode, so this is like halfway.
Oh my
How
God.
do you feel about the show
I really like it. Like, I really look forward
to
to
think?
this because I know on Thursdays I have to talk about it just like that and how Carrie is being dragged by Aiden. So I really look forward to the
Who's
drama.
Carrie and Aiden?
Oh, you don't watch Sex in the City? So they have the spinoff called And Just Like That. It's like the fourth season.
Oh, where's
Oh
that at? What's that on?
yeah, HBO Max.
Oh, I don't have HBO Max.
I watch everything.
Okay, you have it all. I don't have it. You have HBO Max,
Mm,
BET, on you have cable and all that.
mm-mm.
Oh, you don't have
Just
cable.
the streaming services.
Oh, you pay for own
No, I actually pay for what is it? Um,
Sling.
I have Sling, and
Okay.
I'm probably about to take Sling off
Oh.
because the housewife shows come on Peacock the next morning.
Oh, you have Peacock. Is that does own shows go on Peacock?
Mm-mm. Um, what is it? It's not Sling. It is. I'm looking at it. It start with an S. I'm gonna send you the name as soon as I.
I
Oh,
don't I don't know. All I know is Showtime.
mm-mm.
It's not
Let's see.
that.
It's not Sling. Shoot. It also come. Oh no. Yes. So some of his own shows actually come on HBO Max,
Oh, they do? Oh, actually, I think they do.
but I don't
HBO
know
Max
if
and
they're.
Hulu. Oh.
I need to take off my Hulu because I have Disney Plus, and when you have Disney Plus, they got Hulu and something else attached to it.
Okay, girl, you got all the
I got
streaming
all the
services.
channels.
Period.
I
Period.
be
You
like,
got
wait
that.
a minute, y'all taking all it, but they be going up. I have Netflix. I
Yeah.
have
All of them, like it's cable.
yeah. I It's not called Sling, but it's called ah, And it's not. Yeah. It's
I
if
don't know.
they have own channels, but
Looks like you watch it.
I don't know if they have all everything that literally comes on if you actually get that
Mm-hmm.
channel. Um uh I cannot think of it right now.
Okay, but that's what you were saying about Sex and the City. But you look forward to the Four Sisters because you like the drama.
Yeah.
Would you
I
like the
love
Four Sisters to have more drama than Sisters?
no. Them heifers.
Sisters has more drama.
It's called Philo.
Philo. Okay, I do know about Philo. But that's Philo.
Mm-hmm. I
Philo.
have Philo.
I heard.
Um
How much is that a month?
mhm.
How much is that a month? You don't know.
I'm a check
And then
and I'll
you're
let
like,
you know.
I'm like, is Philo a sling? Like, I don't know, but
Bling is expensive. I
I
do
thought
not.
it used to be $20.
I have both side,
Oh,
like the blue and the orange. I have both. I watch a lot of TV.
I see.
We
But yeah,
like,
so if y'all want all the TV reviews, y'all go check out her channel. She just told you all of them, child. I only do a couple of them. Divorce Sisters, a couple of own shows, child. But I want to start doing movies. I'm doing like throwback movies. Like I want to talk about Girls Trip, just one
oh,
of the days. Like I'm gonna start doing movies,
you
you know,
should.
like a
That'll
movie
be
Monday
good.
or something like that. I think that movie Mondays would kind of be cool to do. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna maybe start with that. So if you're listening to this or watching this, let me know. Maybe drop some movies that I should review. I will do that probably some movie Monday, so I could just split them up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Are
don't
you
even.
gonna do Sinners?
Yeah, I was like Sinners. Whoo, child. I don't know. That was a lot. We might go back. I did watch that show. I did watch that movie, but no, I didn't do a review on that one. I'm not really a horror, whatever type person. Child. I was just trying to make it through the movie. I said I couldn't even think of anything because I was too shaken up, child. Vampires.
Really?
Oh yes, because I knew that
Oh,
because people were talking about it, but I didn't know when it was coming, and so I didn't know how it was going to come. So I knew
it wasn't scary.
it
Like it
wasn't
was.
scary. No, but I think the horror part when I knew I knew that was coming. I didn't know how it was going to come. So at first it was really, really good. So I'm like, okay, this is nothing. But then when that happened with the thing and then, the attack, and that was, whoo,
Yeah.
that was that. I was like, child, I said, I can't even think of that. I can't even think of no lessons, child. I'm trying to not stay to my seat. Woo, and it's going to jump out.
Yeah, it was something. I was like, okay. It was
Yeah, did you do a review?
mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh,
Movies take a lot. Because even like on a review, sometimes it takes me about 30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes to do a review when
and
I'm
that's
writing and watching. And it's like, mm, movie
I
gonna
do
take
them real recap review. I do them real quickly. I don't even dive that much into it.
I
Like
be trying to
too much
shave it
oh,
down, but I be especially when it's stuff I be really having to say. I be like,
mhm.
like this one. I was like, oh my god, I might be late because I was trying to put up my review, and I
Oh,
was
you have a review already. Well, y'all could go watch her review on her channel.
like,
I didn't do no review. These are my reviews. These are my recaps. So they're just gonna have to watch it on my channel, child. Okay. I am the host of Black Girl Dream Podcast.
appreciate them.
For the podcast on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Thursdays we do Divorce Sisters, sometimes on Sundays. But we'll let y'all know if we're gonna do it on Thursday or Sunday or whatever, because life be life. But she Kiwan be posting every day, child. So y'all can go follow her. Okay. I will say that I do have another series and it's called Girl Did You Watch? So that's where I try to interview people who have been on the show. So I did interview Kiki from Never Ever Mess. If you watch that, I'm gonna have another interview coming up soon. So I'm trying to interview people from the shows. That's kind of what I'm focused on. I'm more of a long form content girly. The little quick boop 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 every day that kind of stresses me out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you can listen to my podcast. You can watch my channel. If you like travel, Life with Leisha, I did a travel news like Tuesday, Travel Tuesday, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff, you could watch that as well. But you could catch me up on here. Okay, that's what I'm doing, my reviews and my recaps. I do a little bit on my TikTok, but child, it'd be too much. It'd be
I
too
get
much.
it.
So yes, if y'all like this, please like it. Thank y'all so much for the last episode. I was so proud of my numbers. I got like over 100 views. So
Ooh,
yes, ooh, I did. That was my first time doing one episode. So thank y'all for watching that. If you're back, make sure you like this. Make sure you comment. Make sure you go check out Kiwan's channel. Is there anything that you want to promote?
listen. If it's on TV, I'm probably watching it and reviewing it.
Period.
I will add Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Mhm.
Plus all the other stuff I watch. Yeah, yeah. And I'm still debating on whether I'm doing the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Okay, well, let her know if she should do that. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure you like this live. Make sure you subscribe because I am on the road to 300 subscribers. So make sure you like it. Share with your friends. Let's talk like it's a group chat. And we will see you next week. Make sure you check the community tab. Shout out to Kiwan because maybe the girl be posting it. Make sure you check the community tab because that's where we will update you if we do another one or the days that we'll do it so y'all can see it on there. So hopefully y'all have a great night and talk to y'all later.